That's better. Oh, he's just nuked a dead straight missile.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is all about shot shaping.
Beautiful. Beautiful part of the game, you know? You gotta be able to whip it all over the place to attack some pins, or even hit different sides of the fairway.
I mean, hitting straight is great, but there are certain scenarios it is important to be able to shape the shot as well, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, definitely. It's good to have an understanding of what does what, because it's also a good way to recalibrate your swing. Let's say if you're a slicer, you know, learning a few of the ball flight laws that may produce a draw can help neutralize that slice. Same if you're the opposite. If you're hooking it all day, might be good for you to understand a little bit about how to hold the face, swing more left, things like that to produce a more neutral flight to even fade bias shot.
So how do you start to practice the shot shapes? Well, I mean, you obviously need to understand how to hit those shots, right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely, definitely. Let's backtrack from that first. Let's say, you know, you start a range session off. I believe in a little bit more repetition-based practice. You're trying to hit maybe a few checkpoints you and your coach have worked on. You're trying to just engrave a few swing feels. And then I believe, you know, once you feel like, you know, maybe you've reviewed footage on your phone or whatever and you're getting close to those checkpoints, I feel like there comes a point where you should break that practice up, and then it should be a little bit more target orientated or shot shaped based, which is more the real life practice I believe in, you know.
Yep.
Trying to bring the golf course to the range is what I always try to tell myself. I feel like personally when I was practicing, I could get more out of a practice session that way rather than, you know, you see a lot of average Joes at the range just pounding out 100, 200 balls.
Absolutely. Being coached by you, now I go to the range, I would hit maybe 50 balls, but that would take so much longer than when I used to hit 100 balls.
Yeah.
Because now every shot, I'm just standing back as if it's a real shot on the course. Picked up the target, do my usual pre-shot routine, and then as you've taught me, so that's good, So
that's what we're going to get into now. We're going to try hit some shapes. We're going to try end them on certain targets. We might even paint a few fairways out there. Again, making it as realistic practice as possible.
It is a bit windy out here today, guys. So the wind's coming left to right.
It's just, it's pretty much straight into. So, you know, if you do push it or pull it a little bit, the wind will probably push that off a bit more. Again, we're just worried about that if it's a straight shot. But in this case, we're gonna try play with that wind a little bit.
All right. So what's the first shape? Should we go with the fade?
First shot fade? Okay, well let's just get a rough idea of where this mat is pointing so we have a rough idea of what the neutral line is.
Okay.
It's probably 50 to 100 down that line and those flags in the middle.
Okay.
So if that's how this runs parallel, and then obviously, we're going to go lefts and rights of that. Okay. So do you want to start off, get us moving here? You just want to hit two pretty stock shots?
Yep, okay.
Yeah, perfect. Little tight draw, straight up and down our line. Nice.
I feel like I pulled that a little bit.
Little baby pull, but it was pretty. It was pretty good. Yeah, and just a little push. Yeah, that was pretty pure.
Yeah, that
nice,
felt good.
Just a little baby push. I like it. Okay, so we've got an idea of what the neutral line is. Now let's play around with it. Okay. So obviously because it's into the wind, should we start off maybe a slightly lower shot?
Yep, sure, okay.
And we'll touch on a few points on how to hit that. So we just got mid irons here to start off with. And yeah, like I said, we're gonna discuss a couple of points that I use for myself, most likely. Most other people, you know, might want to tap into these points or they might help you as well. For my into the wind shot, I definitely prefer to hit a little bit more of a draw.
Okay.
Just because when I drop that ball position back in the stance, it's definitely easier to catch it more in the inside arc compared to slightly forward. The club path might travel slightly left.
And it helps you keep it low as well.
Yeah, the ball speed stays up a little bit more and it just comes out a bit hotter through that wind. So 7-iron here, ball's pretty centered, maybe slightly favoring more towards the trail leg. So I would get ball there. To offset the ball being back, I would close the face, which also helps with my draw bias tendencies. Okay. And then I'm looking to stack maybe 5% more weight onto that lead side. So now through the swing to keep this low, definitely more compact, slightly shorter through there. And then really trying to trap it. So I'd have a little bit more lateral shift than I normally would to really help ensure that low point gets post impact there.
So for those of you that don't know what trapping means, do you want to just go over, just touch on that, Matt?
So to keep it lower, the attack angle is going to go down. So that's the way the club head approaches impact. So I'm really trying to get center of gravity down and through, so this club can come slightly steeper down into the back of the ball.
Okay.
So crisp strike on the back, divot post impact. And I'm definitely going to feel as if my chest stays lower here. If I was trying to launch it up over some trees, there'd be a little bit more tilt trying to launch it up there.
Right. So you wouldn't necessarily complete your finish for these low.
No, kind of, you know, the Tommy Fleetwood-esque kind of shot.
Okay.
CK golf kind of shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
little
so pure.
two-yard draw.
That
and it
was
just
a
straight
that was
into
a
it there.
baby draw. Yeah.
But so that's, I've obviously hit that a little bit softer, but that's probably gone about as far as my stock. If I was to hit a stock into the wind, it's just going to puff. I'm going to have less control when the ball's high. So learning to hit the ball low, technique-wise, gets a lot better, but also predictability of where the ball's going to end. If that ball gets on the ground a little bit quicker,
Yeah.
compared to who knows what's going to happen when
Yeah,
it's up in
that's
the
true.
up in the sky there. There, so I'm
Nice,
trying to
short, compact.
short little baby drop under, and I'm
Yep.
definitely trying to keep this face more closed
And, okay.
to help draw it back.
Yep.
That was better.
Oh, that was so beautiful, Matt. I could probably stand here and watch you hit shots on the range all day.
You want one more?
Yep. One more.
One more trap draw. I don't know if I'm going to do much better than that, but again, I've got a rough idea of target line. I've got a good idea of what that last ball flight looked like.
And notice how controlled he looks. It's not just like you see a lot of amateurs try and flip through it just to, you know, spin the ball right to left. But
There's always going to be some trail hand release and right arm extension going on, but majority of amateurs, too much of it.
yeah.
So I'm a strong believer in trying to deliver a little bit more set in the back of the wrist, slightly more connected trail arm,
Okay.
almost taking a lot of the right hand out of it, doing it more with wrist set to control the club face. Okay, so touch on that again, ball back, close face, weight forward, compact, shallow, little bit more lateral drive through the shot. Good enough.
That was good.
Little overdraw, but that's fine. Compact swing, good strikes. You want to make the game simpler, not harder.
I probably won't do it exactly the same as you, but
It's all right, but you know, if we were reviewing the outcome of the shot,
yeah.
let's
So
look
this,
at it.
is this a so for that movement that you've just touched over? Is that a straight and a draw, or is that little push and a draw?
I like to feel the push draw. I think if you're closing off and trying to really yank it back, I've never really liked that style. Maybe if I've got to really whip one round,
Yeah. Okay.
but I prefer to think more push draw bias.
Yep. Okay.
So like I said, if we're reviewing the outcome of the shot, we saw your stock shots before. So if the ball is slightly more penetrating and has a little bit more draw bias to it, we'll say that's a pass. I think we
Lean to the top.
bring this back in the arc a bit. See, that's too far forward.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah. So we're getting a little bit more central there. Nice. Touch more hands forward. Good. And then close the face to offset that.
And when I close the club face, am I closing the club face and then re-gripping it, or am I turning over?
Close it, re-grip it.
Yep, okay.
Because with this shot, like I said, the hands are sitting slightly forward. So when the hands go forward, it actually tends to bump the face open.
Right.
So that's why we offset it by closing the face slightly. Cool. Trap low one. Okay.
I tried to trap that one.
Let's see if we can get the draw coming back.
Okay.
So it's a beautiful flight. It was strong. It was going to beat the wind, which it did. Yeah, that's the flight. Beautiful.
Yeah, I feel like I need to cover it and get a bit down on it.
Yeah.
So they
yeah.
can.
So I don't know what the attack angle is there, but usually I'd have my GC quad launch monitor, so we would be assessing this. We're going to get into that into another video. But yeah, attack angle was steeper, ball came out a little hotter, correct?
Yes.
Oh, that was flush.
That was pure. Wow.
Oh, I'll give you an 8 out of 10. If that drew a little more, perfect. I like it.
But this
it was stronger
that
flight.
felt so good.
So that is, so he's gonna produce a little bit more distance there, with not hitting it harder, correct?
No, I did not swing that hard at all.
So we're kind of turning the 7 iron, down into a 5 iron, you could say. That's shaft lean forward, That's, pressure really working down into the back of the ball, attack angle going down. A lot of amateurs, they take that 7-iron and they deliver it at a 7-iron, even 8-iron, which, like I said earlier, the higher the ball, especially into the wind, you got less control over where that's going to go.
That felt so good. I just want to hit one more shot to make sure that I can reproduce that. So ball slightly more centered, shaft lean, weight forward, shorter backswing, and then just trapping it and just coming.
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah, not as flush, but
It's there.
I'm getting the idea.
All these ball flights started how we want.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like if you want to play a punch cut, completely fine. I believe it's just got a little bit too much spin on it. And yeah, the ball speed's not as high, so I definitely prefer the draw into the wind. But hey, if you feel confident with that cut, hit the low cut.
And now onto the fade.
Cool.
I would love to deliberately try and hit a fade without me,
Okay, so we've clubbed up. We've got 4 irons here. We're going to discuss a little bit more of the fade and a few of the things I go over, a few of the things you go over to help us hit those fades. Let's say again, those 2 flags are our start line. So I'm back here trying to pick an intermediate target, which is actually left of our straight line. So there's a little leaf on the end of the mat here, up there, which is, in this case, probably 2 or 3 degrees, 4 degrees left of my straight line.
Yep.
So I'm going to look to try deliver the club head more down that line as I keep this face open, which will start the ball left, spin it right.
Okay. I feel like a lot of amateurs would be good at doing this anyway, because they tend to slice their shots.
Yeah, that face angle for most of you starts to sit open.
Yeah.
The right shoulder gets a little arm wrestly, and that.
But this is the right way. This is deliberately trying to mimic that motion.
Yeah. So again, ball's not as far back. Ball sits slightly further forward just to help me on that left path. I make a couple of very subtle tweaks. Again, like I said earlier, if I can make the adjustments in the setup, it's less things I have to worry about in the swing.
Yep.
So I neutralize the lead hand fractionally, which is this way compared to this way. I start face angle here open, and through the backswing, my general golf swing, because I know it so well, is I do set the face a little bit open, so this shot is a bit easier for me.
Okay.
So backswing face is going to sit open. I still don't want to just dump it straight over the top. There's still a very subtle lowering of the handle before then, when the club starts to enter from here, then it's the aggressive hands low and left pressure transferring more down this line to the left here.
And how about the released pattern through this shot?
Myself, I very rarely pull my cuts left. I always make sure they cut. So for me, it's this very much stable lead hand, stable face action. Obviously, it's not going to look like this, but this is what I feel. There's obviously trail hand release going on.
Okay.
But yeah, I very rarely pull my cuts left. So I always try to see this cut back.
Okay.
Cool. So I've got my straight line, then I've got my reference point left of that I'm going to follow. Set face open, drop it and turn left.
Oh, that's so pure.
Okay, that's a good start. That was a nice little
Matt, that was
3 meter
pure.
cut. I like that one.
Okay, I want you to turn it over just a little bit more, please.
You want a little more spin?
More like a cut.
Cool. So I'm going to swing more aggressively left of my reference point there.
Yep.
Maybe I start face more open, and I probably set face a little bit more open.
Okay.
So it's going to have a bit more fizz to it. So you see Justin Thomas doing this. He's definitely, I know he hits both ways, but you can see him doing this face angle slightly more upright there.
Yep.
So for me, if I'm delivering this face angle, that's my fade face angle. Draw face angle, I'm trying to deliver it a little bit more under the hand line with a bit more hood of the face.
Yeah. And notice how he's talking about, still going down and compressing through the shot.
Yeah. Okay, that's...
You're a magician, Matt.
Yeah.
My goodness. Can I give it a go?
Yeah, man. Jump in there.
Oh my God.
So for Chang, because I know he definitely gets the club path working a little more under, we're going to chuck a reference point down here for him so he can follow this down the left. And that's going to be your job to keep that face open, okay?
This is our usual routine at your lesson, isn't it, for me?
Yeah, I think, I get a lot of students, just a little baby toe guide.
Yep.
If you're coming too far under, you're going to just roughly see it. Obviously, if you're coming too far over. In this case, I've got the stick probably, 4 or 5 degrees left of our start line. Sorry, left of our target. So I want you to swing along that. hold this face slightly more stable, see if we can get some spin.
Yep.
Okay, so dead neutral, so more left on the club path and more open on the face, okay?
Yep. Okay.
I reckon we open the toe a touch just to help this left leg clear out here a bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Yep.
feeling. A little bit better, a little straighter. Bit more to go. So he's just hit, you know, 2 pretty neutral shots there. Again, you know, your tendency is definitely more into out with the club path.
Yeah.
So for him, he would have to exaggerate some of these feelings.
Usually it would be a lot easier with your...
Monitor, but we're old school, you know, just
Yeah,
a couple of feelings and a couple of sticks. Okay, so we're going to tweak the stick a couple more degrees left.
Okay.
So really work it down here.
Yep.
Yep, face angle looks good. See some spin, man. That's better. Started left.
Oh, that was
5
good.
meters, 5 meters cut there.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot, man.
Thank you.
Beautiful shot.
That was
I like
good.
it.
All right, we're gonna finish off with a little friendly competition.
Yeah, a little 3-shot shot shaping action. We're gonna hit a fade, we're gonna hit a straight, and we're gonna hit a draw.
Okay.
1 attempt each.
Yep.
You know, you win the fade, you get a point. You win the straight, you get a point.
Yep. 3 points in total.
3 points total.
Okay,
You want to go first or me to?
No, yeah, go first, please.
Okay, so fade first.
Yep.
So 100 or just right of the 100's the straight line, so whoever can bend it back to that the best.
Yep.
Okay, so we're in the zone here.
With the driver, does it change much or no?
Subtleties. I'm
Okay.
obviously not trying to compress it as much.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more tilt going on.
Sure.
Maybe for the fade, cover it to get a little more spin to the left, but
Okay.
very, very subtle, very subtle. We could spend all day going into that stuff, but hey, we're in challenge mode right here. Okay, so I'm rehearsing my focused fade biased swing.
Exiting left.
Exiting left, see if we can hit a little peeler here. Yeah, that
was
cut.
perfect.
Yeah, that cut.
My God. There's also a bit of wind as well, so there, that would have...
Good enough.
Okay.
Good luck. So what do we got? I've got 10 meters off the center line, but it did start left and it did fade.
Okay.
So Chang's gonna beat that.
So it can't be a slice, it's gotta be a little fade.
Well, we'll just judge it on
okay,
which
alright.
one was better.
Okay.
Oh, he's just nuked a dead straight missile. 1-0, I think. You want to use that shot for this shot, man?
Ooh.
Okay. So 1-0. You hit the next one.
Okay.
You got to hit the same shot again, basically.
Oh, that's right, yeah. I thought I won that one, but no, I just hit it dead straight.
So now
Okay,
you would have
now-
won that one if you do it now.
Alright, I gotta just hit it dead straight.
Oh, 5 meter draw, but pretty. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I'm gonna watch this, Matt, okay? It's gotta be dead straight.
It was a hard shot into the
Yeah,
wind.
it is.
Very hard shot into the wind to keep it.
So if it is a little bit windy then, would you also, let's say the wind's going left to right,
Yeah.
would you then have to hit a draw to neutralize that?
Depends what the hole requires. Yeah, sometimes I'll draw it back in,
Yeah,
or I'll
okay.
let the wind fade it.
Yeah. Okay, show us.
Okay. Straight shot, hardest shot in golf. Oh, I've hit a straight ball, but I've just pushed it.
Oh,
Straight push. Okay, you got that one.
that was still quite straight though.
Right rough.
Yeah.
Right rough.
Alright, so that's 1-0.
1-1. The draw. I'm a little more comfortable for the draw recently, so I reckon I got you. Oh, you're a little bit more draw biased as well, would you say?
Yeah, if I hang back on it.
Yeah?
Hang back and then just close the club face, but I'm gonna apply exactly what you've talked over.
Oh, Chang. That is penetrating, beautiful draw, man. Oh, that's nice.
Thank you.
That was real good.
You gotta beat that one.
Okay. You and those high tees, eh?
No, I teed that down. I usually tee it up
Okay,
about
he
like
does, he does.
that much, but after seeing Matt, he's like, nah, you gotta
Yeah, well, Chang
keep
used
it
to
low.
be.
Yeah. Now I'm more, compressing through.
Yeah.
Which is
Okay,
good.
so if I whipped one with more draw, would I win? How would I win this? You've hit a tight draw.
Okay, this one I want you to push it out and then make it come back down your straight target line.
Okay, so again, I'm getting to more of these draw bias feels, more of an inside path, a little bit more face set. Start right, draw back. And same with driver, that ball sits back just a touch as well. I think that definitely helps me catch it more into out. Oh, come on, draw. It pumps that.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
just taking the spin off it, eh?
That was perfect.
It was a
man.
1 meter draw.
That was perfect. I think you got it.
You reckon?
Yeah. One more? One more each?
Tiebreaker.
Yeah, okay. All right.
We're gonna have to paint a fairway down there.
Tiebreaker.
Paint the fairway. Yeah, we can hit whatever shot we want. Can't go left or right of a certain point. Tell me those points, please, sir.
Okay, so between the 50
Yeah.
and 150. So you've got
Ooh.
a very narrow.
That's tight, man.
Yeah.
That's tight. Okay. There's a dude in the background there. You think he's all right?
Yeah, he's okay. He's okay.
Oh,
I
he's
think.
like he's 270
Yeah,
into the wind.
yeah.
We ain't getting there.
And the ball has to land
Yeah.
within that range too.
So you see what we're on about here, you know. We'd say maybe the start of the session we did our swing practice.
Yeah.
Now it's that full on-course
That's right.
sort of mentality, trying to really visualize the shot, get the most out of our practice. The tiebreaker. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, hold your line. I've hit that so good. Oh,
Ah,
dude.
just came off it.
Oh, 4 meters right.
Oh.
Hey, you know, I controlled the controllables. I did a good swing, hit a pretty good shot. Wind just pushed it to here.
Okay.
So Chang, door is open, mate. See what you got.
Between 50 and 150. Technically stayed. Technically stayed?
You won, but I think you should call it a draw, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
I think that's a draw. That's a draw. Thanks for watching, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Make sure you guys check him out. I've had a lot of lessons with Matt, and you know, I've been able to improve my swing so much. Learning to compress. I usually get, you know,
That was good.
I think I've made a lot of changes so far.
You have, again. He's done a good job of eliminating all the unnecessary movements to his golf swing, and he's making it a little more cleaner, a little more predictable. So you're doing well, man.
Thank you, Matt.
Good job.
Thanks.